from Saturday night. 7 o'clock, too. Like, these things are getting earlier and earlier. Happy daylight savings and Halloween to all of you. And it's your boy Icon back with another wrestling review for you, going over that Saturday night's main event. And before we get started, hit that notification bell, like and or subscribe. Check out my previous reviews for wrestling. And let's get started, because we only had 4 matches. And I thought they were gonna give us. I thought Triple H was gonna give us 5. I thought at the last minute they were gonna do like an impromptu thing, or they were gonna have something. But no, just just 4 matches, championship matches too. So you definitely can't complain about having like 4 championship matches. So that was actually cool. So obviously this was on the Peacock. It wasn't on the ESPN app. So I know people are happy about that, because we still get NXT and Saturday Night's Main Event on Peacock. So in this particular Saturday Night's Main Event, because we got another one coming up with John Cena's final match, but this one started, the opening match of Saturday Night's Main Event started with Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. And as soon as I saw that Drew and Cody were opening the show, I was like, yeah, Cody's going to retain the title. And I'm fine with that, because he just got the belt back at SummerSlam from John Cena. He's only been champion, like, what was it, like August, September, October, November? It's only been 4 months. He's not going to win the belt back for 4. But first of all, he won this thing. He won the damn thing. No, he lost at Mania. So he won the belt at WrestleMania. He had it for a year. He lost it at WrestleMania, and then he didn't have it for 4 months, and he got it back. He just got the belt back. They weren't gonna take the belt. Like, I understand Drew McIntyre is great, and Drew McIntyre deserves the championship. And I feel like when when Cody's ready to finally drop the strap, I feel like he is going to drop it to Drew McIntyre, because Drew McIntyre, is next in line and deserving of that spot. But I'm like, Cody just got the belt back. Like, it's only been 4 months. They did the whole no champions advantage. So if Cody gets disqualified or counted out, he loses. And Drew tried to use that to his advantage at every single turn, which we can't fault him for. But the referee got knocked out at one point, and Drew kept trying to convince the ref to disqualify Cody. But through referee's discretion, that didn't happen. But then Drew actually introduced the championship belt into the match to try to hit Cody with it, but use it as a fake out. And then when the referee's back was turned, Cody actually hit Drew McIntyre. He dropped him on his head, like, with the belt. And when Cody, I forgot, was it a DDT or a crossroads? But basically, like, when he drove Drew McIntyre's skull into the championship, the crowd kind of got silent for a second, like they didn't know how to handle Cody actually cheating to win. But Drew was cheating the entire time. So, and that's the thing. And this is what pisses me off sometimes about the internet wrestling community, or like wrestling fans in general. They're never happy. When Cody didn't want to hit John Cena with the belt, everybody was like, oh, you're an idiot. You should have waffled him. You should have, knocked his lights out. Like, look at the stupid baby face, afraid to cheat to win. They ridiculed him for that. And then now that he actually cheated to win, they're just like, I don't know if the baby face supposed. It's like, I got to make up my mind here. But like I said, he drove his head through the thing, hit the crossroads, and then Cody Rhodes is still the WWE undisputed heavyweight champion. And I don't know where he goes from here, or who he fights from here, because Drew can't fight him anymore. Like, they're gonna have to determine that Drew McIntyre was the one that beat up Jacob Fatu, so Drew and Jacob can have a match, and then we got to find somebody for Cody to wrestle now, because aside from Randy Orton, I don't see anybody else on the roster that Cody could fight, because there's not a lot of like top name superstars, like on SmackDown. But I said, good opening match. WWE Championship match to open the show was very good. I appreciate it. I enjoyed it. And we're moving on to the next one. The next match was a breath of fresh air, and probably the best match of the entire night. There are a lot of people that are going to be online complaining over this, but I'm like, first of all, this girl had the belt for like basically the whole goddamn year. Second of all, she beat everybody, including Jade Cargill at one point. Third, she wasn't going to be champion forever. Yes, she had the knee injury. Jade beat her ass, and, she injured her leg. Fine. Okay, whatever. She had an out. Like, they gave her an out. Nick Aldis went to her and said, look, you don't have to do this now. You can wait until your leg is healed. But she was like, no, Nicholas, I'm gonna do it. And she got her ass beat. Just like what we were saying with Cody. The dumb baby face syndrome. You got your ass beat. And when I say she got her ass, like Jay beat her ass. Like, Tiffany got like 1 or 2 good moves, but she got her ass beat from 110th Street. And it doesn't matter that they gave her an out because people are going to be like, oh, she only won because Tiffany was injured. But Jade was the one who injured her. Like, Jade, you know how like the bad guys are usually like, oh, I'm going to soften you up before the pay-per-view? That's basically what she did. And it worked. Jade Cargill, she whooped her ass from A to Z, and she is the new WWE Women's Champion. Thank God. Thank God, because we needed that as a society. Like, we needed that. You know, I definitely enjoy that. You know, it's just going to be interesting to see now who Jade is going to run through before she eventually gets to Bianca, because we know that's what's going to happen. She's definitely better served as a heel character because she has the presence of being like a dominant bitch, you know, like despite how she's dressed. So I'm looking forward to it. I would like to see her fight Mia Yim. I would like, you know, Michin. I would like to see her fight B-Fab. You know, I would definitely, well, maybe not Zelina Vega because she a heel now too, but, you know, there's like, aside from Michin and B-Fab, like, who are the baby faces? I mean, besides, you know, and Bianca because she's hurt, who are the baby faces? Like, can we call up some people from NXT, please? There are way too many heels on SmackDown. I would like to see Jade Cargill fight and defeat Charlotte Flair. Like, I would actually like to see that too, but we all know Bianca gonna come back. She gonna win the Royal Rumble. We're gonna get Jade versus Bianca, and dare I say, Jade is probably gonna beat Bianca at WrestleMania because if Bianca comes back and just automatically takes the belt off of Jade, I mean, it kind of kills like Jade's whole vibe. Like, if Jade wins the WrestleMania match, and then Bianca gets the belt back at SummerSlam, then okay, fine, but. As I said, I'm down for this. I'm down for the Jade heel turn. I'm down for the Jade run. Change was needed, and you know what I'm saying? So we got two black champions in the company. Well, I guess Ricky Saints, too. We got Kalani Jordan. We got Jade Cargill. We got Ricky Saints. So, like I said, kudos for WWE for finally pulling the trigger, and we'll see what happens Friday on SmackDown with our new WWE Women's Champion. Next, we had the triple threat match for the Men's Intercontinental Championship, and I don't understand why Julia could have defended her belt on this show. Let's be honest. But we had the Intercontinental Championship match. Rusev, Dirty Dom, and Pento. I called him Pento. I was thinking of zero, and I said Pento. Penta. One thing about triple threat matches that's been happening now in modern wrestling that I don't like, and they've even started doing this in the video games. We understand that a triple threat match is no disqualification, no count out. Just because it's no disqualification, no count out, doesn't mean you have to bring weapons into the match. You could just be three people having a regular triple threat match. You don't have to bring in chairs, tables, ladders, wrenches, screwdrivers, and all this other stuff just because it's no DQ. I don't like that. And in the WWE 2K video game, as when you do a triple threat match, as soon as the match starts, everybody just runs outside and goes for weapons. And I was like, it's frustrating because every match can't be like that. Sometimes I'm like, can we just have a regular triple threat match? And weapons came into play in this match too and I guess this is how you beat Rusev in order, like a hammer was introduced into the match at one point, and Penta bust Rusev over the head with the hammer. Dom threw Penta out of the ring, and then he hit the frog splash and he pinned Rusev again. And Dirty Dom retains the Intercontinental Championship. And the fans, why are we still cheering for Dominic Mysterio? Like, I need somebody to explain to me not only why are we cheering for him, but when did this happen? Like, the man has two belts. Penta should have won the Intercontinental Championship. Penta should have taken that Intercontinental Championship off of Dom. Like, I'm perfectly fine with him being the AAA Mega Champion and him being the king of the Luchadors, but why is he still the Intercontinental Champion? Like, he's had that belt since WrestleMania and the year's almost over. He needs to come up off that IC title. But, and again, the fans cheered for him. I don't understand why. But, but it was still a good win. I mean, he's cheating his ass off, which is what he should do. So, but I appreciate that aspect of it. I heard that Eddie Guerrero's daughter is being trained by Booker T, so be on the lookout for that because this will be interesting. But Dirty Dom is once again your Intercontinental Champion, and it's only a matter of time before Roxanne Perez tries to do him, which will bring back the returning Liv Morgan and officially blow up and end the Judgment Day once and for all. And finally, the last match of the evening, the main event for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. Chick Magnet Punk versus Jey Uso. And, I mean, you knew Punk was... honestly, because of what happened on Raw, there was a small part of me that thought maybe Jey Uso could win this, but... And it would have been interesting if Jey Uso would have won, turned heel, and then Punk had to chase him for a while. I would have been down for that, but... we ended up getting, CM Punk winning the World Heavyweight Championship. And I wonder, like, was this supposed to be his destiny with Seth Rollins? Was he supposed to because he was supposed to fight Seth Rollins for the belt on this show. Was he going to beat Seth Rollins on this show, or did they decide to just put the belt on him? But I'm happy for Punk because he did become World Heavyweight Champion. I didn't see any footage yet, but I heard that after Saturday night's main event, just like they did with Kevin Owens, there was footage of Jey Uso attacking CM Punk with a steel chair backstage. So if that's true, Jey Uso actually went full-blown heel and did his heel turn, but he did his heel turn like off camera, so we didn't actually get to see it. So you gotta search like Twitter or something if you wanna see that footage. But I said it was a typical match, like with a Uso involved, like a lot of super kicks and everything, and Punk hit he took two super kicks to the face. Punk used the Anaconda Vice, which is nice when he busts out the Anaconda Vice. But he hit Jey Uso with a very tired GTS, and then he just like fell on him and just kind of like pinned him. But Jey Uso's wrestling attire looked horrible. Like Jey Uso dressed as though he knew he wasn't going to win the belt and just didn't care about his appearance. Like that was kind of sad. And he's officially beat him. So now we'll see what happens on Raw when Punk comes out as the new World Heavyweight Champion. That was how the pay-per-view ended, apparently, because we didn't get to see the heel turn. And thank you for tuning in. So it was a solid show. I will say this, in all honesty, the fact that Saturday night's main event was on Peacock, it wasn't on like NBC, it was like on Peacock, it actually made me want more matches. Like when you're on NBC, I can understand you only doing 4, maybe 5 matches because you got commercials, time restraints, and like things of that nature. But if it's gonna be on Peacock, I would actually enjoy it. Like I said, Julia could have defended her belt like on this show. Maybe we could have got a tag match. Say we could have pulled Becky Lynch out for something. Like I actually want to see those things, but like I said, it is what it is. But it was still a good show. Like the outcomes that needed to happen happened. I can't complain about that. They did a package on John Cena's final opponent, which is most likely going to be Gunther, because you can't show Gunther in the package and then Gunther doesn't win the tournament. But but share your questions, comments, and concerns down below. What did you think about this particular Saturday night's main event? I also saw that Mercedes Moné, she posted on Twitter that AEW was everywhere because at least 5 or 6 champions in WWE were former AEW stars. But then if you look at AEW, with all the talent that's like, you got Edge, you got Christian, you got the Hurt Business, like you got Mercedes Moné, like because she said AEW is everywhere. I'm like, WWE is everywhere too, because half your roster is like former WWE guys. But the difference is, with the exception of Blake Monroe, because she trash, AEW got rid of talent that wasn't like, because even Jade Cargill, like she was a top talent, but she wasn't AEW Women's Champion. She was TBS Champion. WWE took wrestlers that weren't being featured at enough or at all in AEW, and they made them like top tier, like world class superstars, except for Blake Monroe because she trash. But but they put respect on people's names that AEW didn't put respect for. So there is a difference. But for you to say AEW is everywhere when half your roster, including yourself, comes from WWE is kind of strange. And I'm a Mercedes Moné fan, and even I thought that was weird. But let me know what you thought. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on X. Check me out on TikTok and YouTube, where you can leave your questions, comments, and concerns. And we'll keep rolling on for some more wrestling, because we got Survivor Series coming up and another Saturday night's main event for John Cena's farewell match. So that was it, guys. So thanks for tuning in. So until next time for some more wrestling action. It's the best in the world, and he's on top. And we're out this